Okay, people, well, it was bound to happen at some point. The streak came to an end. 5 straight sessions. This one was reminiscent, a lot more so, of the first half. He makes a lot of flushes, and I don't seem to make a lot of draws overall. I had a few weird things go on this heads-up match, but it's striking to me how often he shows me a flush, and I just keep missing these things. They seem hard to make. He does. That's like his common hand for him. So let's take a look here at some of the 20K pots that went to showdown. King 9 of clubs. Start off with he 3-bets, we call. And the flop's pretty good. We decide to play a little tricky and check it back. We do that sometimes. Turns a queen, not the best card in the world, but we're not folding top pair. And 7 of spades. Okay, well, I mean, could have spades, I guess, but it's a small bet. I mean, I'm just going to call, of course. And he had king 9, flush number 1. There's so many I didn't even show you, but it's like, that's his average hand. His fucking flushes. Okay, 3-bet, 2 aces. And flop is jack 10-4. I like to check this time for balance. You know, sometimes you check good hands, sometimes you check bad hands. Check call. Now on the turn, I check raising's kind of crazy at this depth, so calling feels good. Diamond on the river, pairs the deuce, pretty good card. He checks back the 6s because he had showdown value. All right, 10 jack now, open the button, and that's what we call a favorable flop. It's a straight. Hopefully it stays the nuts to the river, and that's a good card. An ace, we're going to bet pot. And on the river, we still have the nuts, so let's go for some value and bet 1.5 pot. He's going to call with queens and eights, which is a bluff catcher. Just, you know, it doesn't look like you're like, oh, 2 pair, but yeah, that's just a bluff catcher. He only wins if I'm bluffing. Okay, ace king, 4 betting. Flop is king jack 8. Notice we're very deep here. Very deep, so I'm going to bet the standard in a 4-bet pot. I'm going to check back this turn card for lots of different reasons. Now, the river card, I kind of want to raise, but you can't because there's just a lot of hands that beat you. You know, the 9-10s, the 8. You know, he has ace-jack. That's cool. He would have probably not calls. He probably doesn't call a raise anyway, and it's a little bit thin despite me wanting. So a good block bet from him, really. 3-bet with the jack-8 because we do that sometimes, and we flop top 2 once in a blue moon. And we bet. I'm going to continue with the hammer. Bet, and the spade on the river, I mean, scares us a little bit because he's good at flushes. It doesn't scare us enough to check, and we put it in. He calls us with just the jack. Okay. Top pair. All right, we 3-bet now with the queens, 4-bet, 5-bet, boom, boom, boom. He has aces. 1 time? Maybe? No, never mind. It's fucking crazy. I have not sucked out on him once better than 43%. Like, the biggest suck out I won against him was I had 43% equity. That's it. Nothing better than that. All right, we're going to call a raise with the queen 4. Check call. 6 on the turn. We've got the straight. Check. Go ahead, let him bet. We'll call. Spade on the river is not good, but we're not folding. Just going to slam dunk. Always call with the queen 4. Really not a lot of other options on the table, so we do make the call, and he has nothing. Okay, that's good. He had good bluffing cards, I guess. All right, so now we've got 7-5, and maybe we've got some good bluffing cards, maybe, kind of, sort of. I decided to check raise as we do once in a blue moon. Turns an ace. I'm going to bet small, and he calls. And the river queen, I've got nothing, so I'm going to bluff. He's going to make a good call with a king and a 4. All right. Take it. Take it down. Couple of 10s this time. 3-bet again. He calls. Flop king 7 deuce. Sometimes we bet, sometimes we check. This time we check. Turns a 5. Sometimes we bet, sometimes we check. This time we check and call the pot size bet. River's the diamond. I have the 10 of diamonds in my hand, which could bode well for me in case. And he didn't elect to go for the bluff on this case because he did not have a diamond in his hand. And maybe he thought, I don't know, I guess he didn't think queen high had any showdown value. He just gave up. All right, so 3-bet, we call. Now we're going to peel the flop with 2 5s and 4. Now we have the best hand a lot, so let's just hope he doesn't fucking hit the river. All right, well, let's see. Okay, I'm not going to be betting this for value for sure. Let's see if he hit the fucking river. Of course he hit the motherfucking cocksucking river. Fuck. All right, queen jack now. 3-bet, call. This was an interesting one, I remember. I flopped pretty good. Queen jack. He elects to bet, as he does. I call. Turn card now. What happened here on the turn? I don't even remember. I think I bet. Yeah, I bet 40%. He calls. 6 is a little bit of a goofy card. No, I don't even want to explain this too deeply, but I don't think there's a lot of, well, I don't know. I don't have enough time to explain it, but it's a close spot anyway. Betting for value there with the queen jack, especially with the pot size the way that it was, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to check call with ace 5. Now we have a little straight draw with our ace. He's betting 2/3 pot. We call. Now we made aces up, but of course the 3 gets there for the straight. Now he bets big. Not good news for us if he has it. Yeah, he does. All right, he had the nuts. He was hoping I had the 3 there. What? I had almost as good. Okay, 3-bet with 9s. He 4-bets. I'm going to call with the 9s. Sometimes you do that. And now this is just a check call here on the flop. King 5 deuce for small. And the 5 on the turn. I'm going to go ahead and just check call for that size, of course, again. Jack on the river, that's another card that's an overcard, but he does not have anything but ace 9 high. All right, so that is good. Now we have the king 4 hearts, and this is the one I felt like I deserved, as Phil Hellmuth would say. I just needed one fucking time in my life to suck out on this fucking guy. One time, to suck out, to actually just fucking get it in and suck out. So I have a flush draw again. Make a 4 on the river, and he bets very small, which is a goofy spot. So I call, and he has jacks with the jack of hearts. So if a heart came or a king came, we would have won a monster pot. Because he had the jack of hearts, he couldn't get away. All right, now we're going to 3-bet with the king 8, and he calls, and we flop 3 kings, so that's nice. I'm going to bet small, suck him in there a little bit. Suck him in there with the 3 kings. All right, now the turn is a 10. That's not a great card for us, but I'm going to bet small, 40% again on the turn. And on the river, this is where I can decide to either bet for value or check and maybe hope that he tries to steal it. He overbets. That's not good. Maybe he has a full house. No, he has the gut shot. What the fuck, man? He beats some hands, I'll tell you what. He can beat some hands. All right, couple of kings. This is where I misclick. This was pretty fucking funny. I misclicked because I was trying to re-raise to 27, and my thing was showing 42, which didn't allow me to. And I was trying to go back, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So that I was running out of time, so I just clicked raise because I didn't want to obviously fold. And he gets it in anyway. It wouldn't have mattered if I did or didn't misclick. He had the ace-king. He was getting it in, and we held with the kings. All right. How about queens this time? We're going to 4-bet the queens. He calls, as he does. And there's the flop, jack 7-4. That's a good one for old D-Negs here. Going to bet small. He check raises. Now I'm just going to get it in on a draw-heavy board like this. It's like no messing around. We're already in. He's probably not check raise folding very often, so let's let him roll. And we held again. So winning a few all-in pots. All-in EV thingy is down I'm only down 6 buy-ins now. So I've been on a little bit of a heater in the all-in pot. Still haven't sucked out on his ass, but hopefully that comes soon. So a little bit of a hiccup in the road. We lost 3 buy-ins in this session. We were down 4, got all the way back to about 10,000 stuck, so basically even. And then the last 30 minutes did not go our way, so we ended up losing back what we won previously. But still doing pretty good since the second half of the match. We started 770 down, and we've won about 4 buy-ins, so we're pretty close to pace. If we can continue to win 1 buy-in per session, we'll try to do that again on Friday, and hope that we hit hands and he does not hit hands. That's what I want to see. That'll be fun. I want my sun run. A real sun run. Not like a couple moments of run. I want the real good sun run, because it's going to feel good, It's a little cold here in Vegas. It'd be nice to have some sun on my face. In the verge of, to the tune of 300K. Peace.